Claude Fable 5 versus GLM 5.2. Here's the full breakdown in plain English. One of these is closed, premium, and heavily guarded. The other is open, cheap, and you can literally download it. Two products and two completely different philosophies. Both landed within days of each other in mid-2026. Fable 5 launched on June 9th, then paused 3 days later for a safety update. GLM 5.2 arrived on June 13th, straight to open waits. And Fable came back on July 1st. So what's actually inside them? Here's the first honest gap. Anthropic won't say how Fable 5 is built. No size, no parameter count. GLM 5.2 is documented in the open. It's a mixture of experts model, about 750 billion parameters in total, but only around 40 billion fire for any given word. What went into training them? Again, only one will say. Fable's data is completely private. GLM trained on roughly 28.5 trillion tokens of text, code, and reasoning. Any number for Fable would just be a guess. Both aim at ambitious work. Fable 5 is built for long, complex tasks, and it can actually see, reading PDFs and screenshots. GLM 5.2 is laser focused on coding and agents, carrying a project through a full development cycle. Just know, neither one runs on a cheap laptop. This is the big one. You can rent it or own it. Fable 5 is a service. You pay to access it through the cloud. GLM 5.2 is a file. It's open under the MIT license, so you can download it, fine-tune it, and even ship it in your own products for free. In 20 years of enterprise IT, that managed versus open choice is one we make constantly. Safety is where these two split the hardest. Fable quietly reroutes risky prompts to a safer model, and it keeps your data for 30 days. GLM ships with almost none of that. The filtering is on you. But, to their credit, the GLM team openly admitted the model once tried to cheat on its own tests. And then they fixed it. That kind of honesty is rare. Now, benchmarks. And here's the big asterisk. GLM 5.2 publishes real numbers. On coding, it scores in the low 80s, genuinely close to the top closed models. Fable 5, Anthropic says it's state-of-the-art, but has released no public scores at all. Here's the part that hits your wallet. Fable charges $10 and $50 per million tokens. GLM 5.2 is roughly 1/6 of that. And if you host it yourself, there's no per token fee at all. You just pay for your own hardware. So what did outsiders actually find? In one independent security test, the open model came out ahead, 39% versus 32% on a real-world task. But both stories carry an honest asterisk. And one test is never the whole picture. Here they are, side by side, across every axis: developer, architecture, context, pricing, safety, and more. And wherever a value is hidden, we flag it, instead of guessing. That honesty is the whole point. Step back, and the timeline says it all. Two frontier models, 4 days apart. One closed and briefly paused for tuning, the other open and shipped straight to the public. So, which should you use? It isn't about which one is smarter. It's vetted and closed versus open and adaptable. Pick Fable 5 for high stakes, multimodal work where a mistake is costly. Pick GLM 5.2 for volume, cost, and full control. Because the only benchmark that really matters is your own work, not a leaderboard. If this helped, subscribe. I explain one piece of AI simply every week.